What is going on, guys? Today I'm coming back at you with another video of mine about my top 10 songs by some of my top 10 favorite bands. Today we're going to continue with the trend of earlier 80s hair metal bands. We did Rat in the last video and Motley Crue in the video before that. Today we're doing another band that frequently toured around the clubs in Los Angeles during the early 80s. This one is Dokken. Not as popular or well known as Rat, or certainly not Motley Crue, but they do have some popular songs, and they do have a lot of good songs, which I recommend you check out. So let's get back into it. Alright, so at number 10, we have Unchain the Night from their third album, Under Lock and Key, which came out in 1985. This album marked their kind of progression into more commercial, poppier songs. A lot of bands did it this time, like Rat with Dancing Undercover and Motley Crue with Theater of Pain, getting a bit more commercial, but this still has a few good rockin' songs in it. Unchained the Night is one of them. It's got a great riff, great guitar, just an all-around great song that you can rock out to. Alright, number 9. The title track from their second album, and my favorite Dokken album, and one of my favorite albums of all time, Tooth and Nail. This is a great heavy rocker. It's almost kind of thrashy in a way. It's like a lot of this album. Most people think of Dokken as a hair metal band. This album is pure heavy metal straight and through. Tooth and Nail is a great example of that. It's heavy, it's gritty, it's fast. It's kind of like thrash or speed metal, but not entirely. It's a great song. Very highly recommended by me. Alright, number 8. There's another song from Tooth and Nail, but pretty much the exact opposite of the spectrum. This is Alone Again, which is a more ballad. This song is definitely probably the balladiest song on the album. I love the vocals on this one. I'm not a big 80s hair metal ballad fan. I really not my thing, but this one I like a lot. Pretty much most of it's probably down to Don Dokken's vocals. Band's named after him, Don Dokken. He has some great vocals. I don't know if in a lot of these songs, just there's a section or the whole song where his vocals are just tip top. I love them. One of my favorite vocalists, if not my favorite. I don't know if it's because of an effect they put on it in the studio or not, but it's really good. And that is very prevalent on this song, Alone Again, which is my number 8 pick. And number 7, we are back to Under Lock and Key with It's Not Love. It's a good song, nice rocker, kind of more, cliche hair metal song, but it's got a great power chord in it, great riff, great opening riff. Kind of starts out with just guitar and then gets into the drums and bass and vocals after a few seconds. Great song. It's got a cool music video also. I specifically remember about this video. At the beginning, there's a random guy doing some weird ass dance. I have no idea what the hell he's doing, but it's funny and cool song. So that's my number 7 pick. And now, number 6 is the only song, I believe, from their 4th album, which was their last really main hit album, which came out in 1987, Back for the Attack. Dream Warriors. This is a great rockin' song. It's also kind of ballady, but it's really great. Don Dokken's got some awesome vocals on it. It's got a great riff. Just all around a really good song. That's number 6, Dream Warriors. Alright, now we're breaking into the top 5. From Under Lock and Key, The Hunter, my favorite song on the album. It's got a great riff. This is a nice pure metal song. Um, I just really like this one. Anytime it comes on, just keep it on. Really awesome song. Number 5, The Hunter. All right, number 4, also from Tooth and Nail, Into the Fire. Now this song is one of my favorite Dokken songs. Great riff, great vocals, especially about 2/3 of the way through Into the Fire. Um, he does this kind of breakdown sort of thing where he sings a section of vocals that's different from the rest of the song, and I don't know if it has an effect on it or if he's actually doing this with his voice, but it's really cool and I like it. If you listen to the song, you'll see what I mean. Into the Fire is an awesome song. That's my number 4 pick. But now, at number 3, from their debut album, Breaking the Chains. This album was initially released in Europe, I think in 1981. That's where like Dokken got their like first major like progression in Europe actually, because they were kind of allied with Scorpions and some other European bands, so they toured around Germany and France in the early 80s, in addition to just the LA club circuit. And I think this album was first and only released in Europe in 1981, and it wasn't until 83 when it came to the US. I believe it featured Juan Crucer from Rat on bass before he moved back to Rat, but I could be mistaken on that. But either way, this album, not my favorite. The production quality's not the greatest. But one song in it, the title track, Breaking the Chains, is an awesome song. It's got a cool music video. It's got a great riff, great vocals, really heavy song. Also, a song that's catchy, you can rock out to it. Awesome song. Love this song. Number 3. Alright, my top 2 favorite Dokken songs. Number 2, from Tooth and Nail, When Heaven Comes Down. This is deeper cut, not one of their most well-known songs, but a really great heavy metal tune, great opening riff, great vocals throughout it. It's very heavy, very catchy. I really recommend this song if you like any kind of like Ozzy or Motley Crue, like earlier Motley Crue from Shout at the Devil. This whole album, and especially these top 2 songs, are that, even if not more heavier than those. So yeah, number 2 is When Heaven Comes Down. And number 1, my favorite Dokken song from Tooth and Nail also, my favorite album, is Bullets to Spare. Great song. I love the opening riff in this song. It's just guitar. It's just George Lynch's guitar. George Lynch, by the way, is a really underrated guitarist. He's an amazing guitarist. He actually tried out for Ozzy's band after Randy Rhoads died. He was about to get the job before they eventually decided on hiring Jakey Lee. But yeah, awesome guitarist, George Lynch. And this song, I do believe, that comes out, it's got a great solo. Riff is amazing and heavy. It's fast, it's gritty, it's just really great song. I really recommend it to everyone who's watching this video. If you haven't heard of Dokken, or you don't really know any songs by them, listen to this one first. It'll introduce you to just their heaviness compared to the other LA bands at the time, like Rat or Poison or even Motley Crue. They're definitely heavier than Motley Crue, especially on this album. Awesome song. And that's my number 1 pick, Bullets to Spare. Alright, so now let's go over some honorable mentions. From their debut album, Breaking the Chains, which came out in the US in '83, is Live to Rock, Rock to Live. This is a generic rock-on song. You know, a lot of bands at this time came out with a song like this, and it's pretty good. I like it. And from Tooth and Nail, some other great songs from this album. Just Got Lucky, good riff on that. Heartless Heart, nice heavy song. And Don't Close Your Eyes, also a cool ballady song. Those are all good songs from that album. And also from that album, Turn on the Action. That's I believe, the closing song from the album. Great song. I recommend that one also. Alright, so from Under Lock and Key, In My Dreams, one of their bigger hits, this song. Don Dokken's got some cool vocals on this. Nice riff. Just cool song. Also, Lightning Strikes Again from this album is pretty good. And from Back for the Attack, Kiss of Death is a good heavy song. Their last album, oh, not their last album, but their last hit album in the 80s was kind of definitely a bit more commercial poppier, but Kiss of Death is definitely still a heavy metal rockin' tune on that album, which I recommend you check out if you're checking out Dokken after this video. Alright, so that's it for today. This was my top 10 Dokken songs. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you support the video and my content. Next video, we'll probably be moving into some of the predecessors to these early 80s LA bands. See you then. See ya.